Namaste, welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. Today we are going to discuss about the school, the best school of all. Yes, the school that I studied is the best school of all. I'll take you back to 1977 when I read in a school for the last time. That was the Unit-1 Boys High School, Government Boys High School, Bhubaneswar. It was way back in 1977 when I appeared my matriculation, and on the 7th of July 1977, that is 7/7/77, I stepped into a college, that is Kalikot College of Berhampur, for my intermediate studies. So 1977 was the year when I last attended a school. Of course, life teaches you lessons throughout your life as long as you are alive and ready to learn. So my schooling is continuing and it is unending as long as I am alive or awake to learning. I hope I'll continue to learn throughout my life, and school is open for me, for all the times to come. So taking you back to 1977 when I attended school, the matriculation batch of 77, if you can call it like that. And I remember those days when the results were to be announced for the matriculation in Odisha. The top 10 students of the year, matriculation clearing students, their names used to be announced in the local news on All India Radio, Cuttack. And we all had gathered in front of the Suchana Bhavan, or the Information Center at Bhubaneswar, to hear the much awaited news of the top 10 students of that year in Odisha, and hold your breath. In the results we heard that evening on All India Radio, Cuttack, the top 10 students of matriculation, two students from our batch, two of my batchmates figured in the top 10, and they were expected to, in fact. So one was the second rank in the state of Odisha, 1977, for matriculation, Prabhat Kumar Mishra. I had the opportunity of meeting him in 2013 when I visited for the commencement of my daughter in the Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Then we moved on to California, and he is in fact right now a big shot in California, making software products that are very much in demand. And I could meet him. We had a gathering. He organized a beautiful gathering of friends from my different childhood stages, and it was such a lovely evening I had the privilege of spending with him and his friends, his family. That was Prabhat Kumar Mishra, who stood second in 1977 matriculation. And the 10th rank of that year was held by Dr. Dhavaleshwar Kumar Panda. Yes, if you Google Dr. Dhavaleshwar Kumar Panda or Dr. D.K. Panda, you will see his face. He is very much the same. I had the opportunity and privilege of meeting him in Hyderabad 3-4 years back when he had come. He is one of the renowned professors in computer networking, heading the University of Ohio, and he has made a big name for himself in the computer networking. Thousands of papers he has published in all the publications, and he is a person and name with authority in computer networking course. He did his IIT, bachelor's degree in engineering and electrical engineering, in the year 1984. The same year I completed my engineering from University College of Engineering, Burla, Sambalpur University. And I had the opportunity of facing him in the interview for the post in Telco, Tata Electrical and Locomotive Company in Jamshedpur. He also had come. I did not get that. Probably he didn't join. Then he went on to the US, and he's a man with authority for the computer networking and thousands of papers, and probably one of the best known names in computer networking. And then we also had plenty of names, of course. I don't remember, I cannot make a roll call of that particular batch of ours in the year 1977. But I remember my some of my friends' names. I'll be referring to those. In fact, everyone in our batch was a gem, to tell you the least. We had Sanjay Kumar Panda, who's right now, he also had made it a big name in the international circuits, in the diplomatic circuits. He joined the Indian Administrative Service, IAS, and namely the top notch, that is the Indian Foreign Service. He's a High Commissioner placed at Turkey, Istanbul. I think right now, if I'm correct, right now he is High Commissioner at Istanbul. The other day in 2013 or 14, I saw his photograph in the news, the e-news, wherein he was receiving, it was 2014, he was to receive our revered Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji when our Prime Minister visited Seychelles, when he was the Deputy Chief Commissioner, Deputy High Commissioner rather, in Seychelles, the small island in the Europe. He, I think, had a stint in Japan, maybe in China. He was a chief consulate in California itself for USA, and he made a big name. That's what I gathered to know from my brother-in-law who stays in California, and he says he was a people's man. He was listening to all their requests or demands or timely help he used to render. That is Sri Sanjay Kumar Panda, a very efficient administrative IAS person or IFS person, and I know he's a very active member in our Unit-1 Mo School Abhiyan, or the school movement that the state government has started. Unit-1 High School is Bhubaneswar Unit-1 High School is one of the selected schools for this Mo Abhiyan. I'm proud of that, though I'm not able to contribute much. I'm just trying to recollect some of the names of our batch who are very great in each of their fields. Subrat Kar, he was a very short boy when he was in his 8th, 9th class, and he used to bring his small cycle to our quarters in Type 6A Unit 1, Type 6A Unit 1, 1 by 1, that is, and he used to keep his small cycle. Otherwise, my other schoolmates used to tamper with his cycle. They used to remove the pump and all that air in the tubes or tires. So he was keeping the cycle in our quarters because our quarters was very nearby. We used to carry the photographs of Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi. The photographs we used to carry and hang it in our classroom. We used to decorate our class teacher's table with paperweights and tablecloth. Not many classes they used to do that, and we were doing that those days. I'm proud of it, being a small party to it, playing a small part in that. We also had the privilege of having one of our friend's father was the education minister. Yes, he's Sri Jadunath Das Mahapatra, who was the education minister in 1976 or 77. We had organized on the day of Guru Divas, or Teachers' Day, that is 5th September. He was a very good writer of repute those days, Sri Jadunath Das Mahapatra, and this Satyajit Das Mahapatra, or Mantu, whom we call his nickname. He is so close to me. We used to spend hours together, and he with Suresh Mahapatra, one of our friends, we used to play, unendingly in our quarters, and we used to go to their house. In that is the house where, in the education minister's house, with his son Montu and sisters, we used to enjoy chaat. I had served or eaten chaat for the first time in their house. I didn't even know that anything like that existed before. And they were so friendly, so family type, and I really appreciate his unassuming behavior. He was a gem of a boy. He's a lecturer, I believe, in one of the universities of Bhubaneswar. He takes classes in economics, if I'm not wrong. So he's also with me in the WhatsApp group. Subrat Kara is also there with me, who's a general manager of a national aluminum company at Bhubaneswar, Nalco. He's general manager. He did his mechanical engineering from Raurkala, REC Raurkala, that is Regional Engineering College. Those days, the National Institute of Technology was known as Regional Engineering College. In fact, we were the same from the same university. 1984 pass out. He from REC Raurkala and I from UC University College of Engineering Burla. And we used to exchange letters. We had that letter writing spree. Our chats on the letter writing, inland letters were unending. Weekly, 3 to 4 times, we used to exchange letters. Subrat Kar, he son of a very famous eye specialist of Bhubaneswar. That is one of my batchmates of 1977. And there were plenty. Vivekananda Dhar, he was topper in section B of class 8 when I joined. We had teachers like Sri Banambar Nanda, who was our class teacher in the 8th class, and our headmaster was Sri Narsinga Chandra Tripathi, NC Tripathi. I remember his signature even today. In fact, the other day only I got a news on WhatsApp that he's just passed away. And what teachers they were! Excellent. Shashi Das. Shashi Das was our class teacher in 9B or 9A, I think. And we used to have a beautiful building, and behind that we used to have a huge playground where we wanted to play cricket, and those were the days when we were mad after cricket. In fact, the same Sashi Bhushan Das wrote on my progress card when my father wrote, "Okay, I'm disappointed this chap has not got a rank in the class." He wrote, maybe less of cricket and friends will ensure him a position in the class. And I think I couldn't do either. I couldn't reduce my number of friends, neither I could reduce my madness after cricket. So we also had Tribikram Panda, whose uncle used to be our science teacher, Subhash Panda. He was a lovely teacher. He was feeling as if he used to give us a feeling as if we are his younger brother. So beautiful days we had in Bhubaneswar Unit-1 Government High School. We used to have a poem at the end of our 11th class. The last poem, in fact, it was named "The Best School of All." Indeed, it is the best school of all. Whoever has studied the last in their schooling career will be their best school in their lives. And I definitely will agree that there is no denying the fact that the Unit 1 Government Boys High School is the best school. In fact, it is today chosen for the Mo School Abhiyan of Odisha government, and they are doing great jobs to inculcate the habit of increasing or improving the life of the students, the teachers, and the school life as it is. So kudos to Unit 1 Government Boys High School. I'm proud to be a student. I'm proud to be a member of the batch of 77, wherein we had two best 10 students in that particular year, and plenty of talent like Sanjay Panda, Dhabaleshwar Panda, Prabhat Kumar Mishra, Subrat Kar, and Satyajit Das Mahapatra, Vivekadhar. I mean, the list is unending. I cannot read out the whole roll call of our batch. I'm really proud of it. May God bless my classmates and all over the world. May your school be the best school always. Bye bye. Thank you so much. God bless.